These picture cars are so famous, they become just as famous as the actors who once drove them. Look out! To make them PI Ferrari is pretty much the most inexpensive Ferrari you can get. It's a dune buggy frame with a fiberglass shell and a Volkswagen engine. Now, of course, the crown jewel of our collection is the DeLorean. We only used a handful of full working DeLoreans for that film. That's one of them right there. Most of them were cut in half to be either the front or back half due to filming angles, but that's a full working DeLorean. Well, as you can see over the years, picture cars have evolved to be bigger, better, and faster, really embracing audience members' need for speed, especially for full-throttle films like the Fast and the Furious. Movie makers combine our picture cars with motion control technology and computer-generated imagery to bring almost impossible scenarios to life. We're going to be entering special effects stage 55, where we're going to show you just how we do what we do. We're going to combine our picture cars with a little bit of motion control technology and a few special effects here and there. You'll see our picture cars are all ready to go. This set is all decked out Tokyo style. And when we make our way in here, I'm going to hand things over to our technical director, Mike, and he'll take it from here. But we'll go ahead and wait for his cue. There they are, all ready to go.
Clear on this set.
Great, thanks, Mike.
Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Slow. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems check. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Bow, fellas. Oh, hey boys, you got any other moves to show us? Maybe? Alright, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. German cars in Tokyo dancing to Latin music. Alright, cool. Well, great job, Carnage and Karma. Well, directors love working with picture cars like Carnage and Karma because they go to rehearse and film all day without ever missing their mark, and they never even need a lunch break. Well, I'm now going to take you from the mean streets of Tokyo to an island off the coast of Costa Rica.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thank you. The picture cars, props, and set pieces you're looking at are all from the Jurassic Park films. That's the mobile lab on your left-hand side that once dangled off the side of a cliff. We should keep our dinos over here too in these cages, but oh man, they must have gotten out again. But don't worry if you come across any. They're super friendly, I promise. Oh, hey guys, see? Aw, dino kisses. How cute, look, they're smiling extra big for us today. What a bunch of cuties, but watch out, third and fourth car. They're coming for you. Well, we're keeping everything over here right now because there's a little rumor that there's a fourth Jurassic Park movie in the works. Yeah, we'll have to stay tuned to see if that's true. I certainly hope so. I'm a huge fan of those movies. Well, here, I'll show you the scene where the mobile lab dangled off the side of a cliff. I know it looks like it's dangling off the side of a cliff, but it's actually dangling off the side of a parking garage here at Universal Studios. Well, setting the right mood for a film like Jurassic Park is really important, and a great way to do that is by creating weather. Take a look at your HD screens for an updated weather report from America's favorite weatherman, the Today Show's Al Roker.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry at 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. And we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the block.
Great. You pressed the wrong button again. I'm just going to give you folks a really simple weather demonstration. Well, a thunder and lightning simple sound effect is strobe lighting. If you glance towards the top of those sprinklers, you'll see that the water is being shot directly up into the air first. It has a nice natural rain pattern flowing down, and those raindrops are bigger than your average raindrop, so they show up a little bit better on film. Back in the old days, they actually used to mix milk in with the water so it would show up on film, but today we have a little more high-tech cameras, we don't need to do that anymore. No! No one's right! He's always right! Watch out! Alright. We're playing a little trick on you, Al and I'll admit it. That was the result of thousands of gallons of water being released from tanks from the top of the hill down to create that awesome flash flood effect. But don't worry, when we're done, we recycle, I promise.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yikes, well that part of our backlot is called Old Mexico, but we're now going to cross the border from Mexico and take it into the wild, wild west. This is Denver Story, where many of your favorite Western stars have once filmed, such as Audie Murphy, Jimmy Stewart, Jeff Bridges, Clint Eastwood, and yeah, the Duke himself, Mr. John Wayne. In fact, the Duke was kind of known to duke it out in a lot of his films.
Well, maybe you're just going to stir things up here. You bet I am.
How dare you hit that man?
Mine hit the ground first.
So as soon as the director yells action, as you can see, it's currently dressed like a San Francisco subway station, but this is actually a 2-level soundstage. The level above us is a street, but the coolest thing, they have a working subway in the soundstage. I'm going to see if I can... Much, folks. In Southern California, we gotta watch that. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You just survived an 8.3 earthquake. That's right. Now, mechanical effects like that are incredibly hard to work with. They take several weeks and dozens upon dozens of takes to get it just right. There's actually an episode of Bones filmed inside a Soundstage 50, and they used our earthquake effect. Check it out.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water man just broke!
So here, each with their own town, their own sheriff's department, hotel, saloon, bank, and we could actually film on all 6 streets at the same time because in the silent film era, sound interference wasn't a big deal. But come to think of it, I've seen my co-host Jimmy Fallon around here.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out the seats.
He's hanging up on your right-hand side of the bit here. You'll see him. We just have some police divers in the area, making sure everything's A-okay. Actually, hey, my buddy George is out there right now. I'm going to see if I can get his attention. Maybe he'll come over and say hi. Hey, George. Uh-oh. George. 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 Oh. Oh, no. Oh, that doesn't look good. Poor George. Well, I have an idea. Let's go hide behind these safe-looking gasoline tanks. Come on. Well, thank you once again for your patience. So here on your right-hand side, that's the new home of the Munsters for our brand new NBC experience set, Dr. Disney's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We used over 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to create these sets, enough artificial snow to fill 9 football fields, and what's Christmas without 2,000 candy canes? Those 2 cars are actually just functioning golf carts with a fiberglass shell on top. But unfortunately, the poor Who's Down in Whoville had a lot more to worry about than just the Grinch. That's right, because I hear their neighbor, a real psycho. Welcome to 2 of the most recognizable sets still standing in Hollywood today, the Bates Motel and the original Psycho House up on the hill. And that's the crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. This is the neighborhood where Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning's characters hid out during that movie. And if you're wondering, the answer is yeah, that's a real Boeing 747 that was destroyed for one scene in the movie, folks. One scene.
The airplane press site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. Listen, close your eyes, okay? Okay. Got them closed? Robbie, get in. Get in.
Well, despite this amazing set, director Steven Spielberg still used over 500 effect shots for War of the Worlds. That's more than he's ever used in any of his films, but as you can tell, the results were very outstanding. Well, the plane was a bit of a bargain to buy at $60,000, but you know, it cost over $200,000 to get here to our Universal backlot. Most of it done in pieces down the freeway in the middle of the night. However, the tail was much too large. We actually had to bring it in via helicopter. So sometimes we have to build sets for very The cabin on your right-hand side was built for the great outdoors, starring my fellow Canadian, Mr. John Candy. It's also been used in episodes of Desperate Housewives, Coach, in the movie Wanderlust, starring Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd. Now, if you're wondering what that giant green wall in the background is, well, that's Falls Lake. We can fill the concrete pit beneath it with water or sand, whatever their production requires. I know I was speaking about this a little bit earlier, but later we'll compose images to that green screen in post-production using computer-generated imagery, more commonly known as CGI. As you can tell, sometimes we'll put up a mural or a freestanding structure instead. However, with today's technology, we usually go ahead and use that green screen. There's Bruce Almighty out there. And here's Falls Lake in action.